told you the story of the woman that tried to get the tour guide's phone number. You're not going to do it on my time. If you guys meet in another space and you be like, hey, weren't you the tour guide? Weren't you the driver that drove us to this destination? If y'all meet at the grocery store another time, fine. That's fine. That's fair game. And if y'all want to mac and y'all want to be like, hey, let's get the numbers now. Let me get the digit. He cock blocked me. If that's what you want to do, fine with me. It's fair game. You out in the open and you guys know what you're risking. But I find that most people don't do that. They want to do that when you're paying for it, when you're supporting. So now that when you're the support system, now people feel like they can do whatever they want as long as you're supporting it. Not on my dime, not on my time. That's my opinion. Not on my dime, not on my time. But what I find is what people do is that when they're on their own time, in their own dime, they don't do that same behavior. They don't do that same behavior. Let me give you an example because I'm teaching you. I want you to take notes. I want you to take notes. Your child or your teenager or your young adult comes to you and they say, I want $300 Doc Marten boots. They come to you. Hey, dad. Hey, mom. I want these $300 Doc Marten boots. And you say, okay, cool. You got $800 in your bank account. Why don't you go get them yourself? Guess what people do? Oh, no, I don't want them that bad. Exactly. You don't want them that bad. But because I was going to pay for it and I was there, you asked me to pay for the $300 Doc Marten boots, but you got $800 in your bank account. Go ahead and buy them. Oh, no, I don't think I want them that. Okay, shut the fuck up. See, this is what people do. It's not just men and women. It's not just relationships. It's not just games women try to run on you. It's that when people see that you're there and they feel safe and secure, they'll ask you to do things that they wouldn't even do when you're not around. If you're not the safe and secure spot, for instance, I gave you the situation about the tour guide and the woman was like, hey, let me get your number. I might call you for a ride one day. If I wasn't there, let's say I was removed from that and this was a regular Uber driver, the odds that they would exchange numbers would be low. Why? She doesn't have security. She doesn't feel fancy free. She feel kind of vulnerable. Who is this motherfucker? And why is he asking me for? You see what happens? When you remove security, people act differently. So now all of that flirty bullshit is out the window. Because now she feels like, who is this guy? And why is he coming on to me? And why is he want? It's gone. But as long as people, in this case, women and children feel comfortable, they will do things and they will do things differently. They will start acting differently and they will feel like I can steal second now. I got first base here. Let me steal second. Let me get over. This is what people do. Okay. It's not just a woman thing. Children do this, men do this, and so forth and so on. And as a man, you have to understand this because you're often the provider of security. You're the provider of gifts and money. And if you get a woman, a child, and you get people, a man, a family member, if you get them safe, they feel like they could get a little bit more from someone else as long as you're providing the time and the dime. The time and the dime. Time and the dime gives people security. Then they start asking you to do shit that if they were by themselves making that decision, they would never do it. I got $800 in my bank account. There's a $300 Doc Martens. Nope. That's an instant no. Your daughter, she wants to do her ear pierce. She wants you to pay for it and approve it. But if you're not there, go ahead. She's not going to do it. The girl that wants to talk to the waiter all of a sudden and finds him motherfucking interesting when she walks to the bathroom. He's so interesting and funny and he wanted to talk to me, so I linked him an ear. If she was by herself or her girlfriends and the waiter talked to her, she wouldn't stop for him. She would be like, no, what? And she would go back to her friends and be like, Motherfucking waiter tried to corner me by the bathroom. But because you're with her and she feels safe and secure and she feels like, oh, I'm having a good time. She got a couple of drinks that you paid for. She's on your time and your dime. All of a sudden, the waiter's motherfucking interesting. All of a sudden, he's funny. All of a sudden, he's saying things that she needs to have a conversation with her and bat her eyes. This is called foot on first, stealing second. All people do this. You have a job. Now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to offer you a job. And you start be like, oh, they want to offer me a job. You ain't got no job. Nobody wants to offer you a job. Now, all of a sudden, you trying to get one motherfucker to look at your resume. You get a job, you start applying for all these other jobs. Maybe I could get a better job. So you see what I'm saying? This is a human behavior. I examine human behavior and I bring it to a realistic approach to relationships. So you can understand that the things that are happening to you aren't just things that people are doing to you to be shitty people. This is just human behavior. And it doesn't have anything to do with males and females. This is how people treat people, whether they're relatives, girlfriends, boyfriends. This is how people treat people. You better anticipate this because people will say they won't do this. I would never do this to a person, and they do it all the time. We do this to other people all the time. And it's basically just safety, security provided to a woman or a child. She will start to see if she can get a little bit more from you or others. She feels safe and secure. If she's by herself, if she's with her girlfriends, she's not talking to other guys as openly and free as she's talking to other guys when she's with you. Period. Point blank. This is why a bitch would get flirty in front of you with a guy that she claims, I'm not interested in him. He's a busboy, but she's certainly giving him the time in the ear. And she's giggling at his fucking jokes. Why? Why is that happening? She kind of wants you to feel a certain way. She feels safe and secure. But if she was by herself reading a book at Starbucks, she wouldn't barely look at the motherfucker if he came over there busting her table. You understand? You understand what you're dealing with. So once you understand this and accept it, you can move accordingly. You don't look at it as, bitch trying to do something against me. Why is she disrespecting me? Yeah, it's disrespect. She might not see it as disrespect. She might be doing it on purpose to disrespect you. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And this is a human behavior trait that a lot of people have. They won't admit that they have it. I'm telling you why they do things, and you better be ready for it, because when you see it, you're going to be shocked that she's getting the busboy's phone number. Oh, he said he was from Columbus, Ohio, and he grew up on my street, and he knows my cousin Pookie, and I was going to give Pookie the number, and all of a sudden, she's exchanging numbers with the busboy, claiming that she doesn't like the busboy. Oh, he's a lowly busboy. Look at him. He's not my type, but she's exchanging numbers with him for some odd reason. Now, if you remove yourself from that and you were never there with her, she would never get the busboy's number, let alone find out he lives in Columbus, Ohio. Do you understand what I'm talking about? It would never happen. That's only happens because she ain't paying for nothing. You gave her safety and security. You gave her the space. She's feeling fancy free. And now all of a sudden, oh, I just got his number because, oh, he said he grew up in, bitch, how did the conversation get that far? How did the conversation with this nigga get that far? It never would have happened other than the fact that you were there. You see what I'm talking about? This happens all the time. People do this to people all the time. Why? We treat people like shit. We treat people like shit. We take advantage of people. We test people. This is what we do. All of a sudden, her phone ain't dead. All right. All of a sudden, she got time to put in phone numbers. But when you're not there, her phone's dead. You see what I'm talking about? Like, this is how we treat people. And I try to tell you, we've all experienced this. It's not like we're making this up. But then when we bring it up, we're insecure. We're controlling. We're jumping to conclusions. Now, when you're single, you don't have to deal with this shit. When you're single, you don't have to deal with this shit. It's weird shit, but it's a reality. Shout out to our brother.